Hi, this is Trevor Conquergood. Welcome to this week's R&K Software Club's video for the week. Our topic for this week is about the Stipple fill tool, and we'll look at how you can control all of the settings for the Stipple fill, as well as how you can stipple around. And so let's go ahead and get started. And what we've got on our screen right now is simply a custom shape in the shape of an apple. It's currently artwork, so it has no embroidery fill yet. So we'll go ahead and select it and just go ahead and click on the tool that says Auto Stipple. And that will fill in the apple with stipple. You might be like, what happened to the stem? And the reality is, the stipple fill depends on the size of the stipple as to whether or not it's going to be able to actually fill inside of that stem. The stem is still there. The shape of the apple is technically that, but the size of the stipple at this 4 millimeter size doesn't quite have a small enough stitch to fit up and in here. But for example, if I came and changed the density in my properties box to be maybe a 3 millimeter stipple and click apply, it starts to fill in there. And if you make an even smaller stipple, 2 millimeters, it'll definitely fill in there. And so stipple is a style of stitching where the software kind of meanders around. It never crosses itself. It always goes kind of back and forth, and it figures out how to fill in the shape, starting and stopping in the same spot. And so that's kind of the cool thing about stipple. And you could probably go down to as small as one and call it like micro stippling. It won't look like your traditional quilt stippling, but it's still the stipple effect. You'll notice right now it's taking quite some time to generate the 1 millimeter density gradient or stipple in this area. But it'll finish, if we just be patient, oh, there it is, kind of thing. So now you've got kind of the smallest size, that I would recommend. But that said, 2 and 3 and 4 go kind of much faster. Notice that if I make this size 3, then I also have the stitch length. So the length meaning along the line, how far is it from one needle point to the next? And I can control, if I make that smaller, it allows it to make closer needle points and kind of follow the shape more smoothly. If you make these longer, then it's not as kind of accurate on the way that it can follow that stippled shape. And the next option in here is actually called a random factor, and it's currently set at 40%. And so that means that it's kind of made not all of them look the same. So between this one and that one and this one, there's about a 40% kind of variance. If I turn that up, and I think you can go as high as 90%, so this will be 90. So you'll see now that they get, quite a bit of sort of changing to them. And as you work your way down, so maybe we'll try 70, it'll be less, or disorganized. 60, I think, that's kind of a little bit less. And if you go down to, for example, 0, then it will look very organized. And each one will have a kind of nice consistent shape to it. And so you can decide how much of the random factor you want. Here's 10%, and just a little bit. So, the last one is called chord gap. And really what that is about making the corners. And you'll notice that it's set at 0.2 right now. Well, if I make this 0.3 and click apply, you'll see how the corners get the stitches in the corners kind of get longer. And so eventually you'll have kind of less stitches in the corners. If I make that from 0.3 to 0.4 and click apply, you'll see what I'm saying so it's taking stitches out. It's not following the curves as strictly. But notice down at the bottom right now, so let's select this. It says that this shape has 1,337 stitches. If I put the chord gap to the original 0.2 and click apply, it goes up to 1,700. So, about 400 more stitches were added in those little corners. And so really, these are all things that you can take control of. And so for filling in small shapes like this, we might deal with kind of smaller size stipples, but a lot of times people want to stipple around something. And so then it's kind of the opposite. Maybe the apple is really just the embroidery fill, that's the design, and you want to have like a shape that stipples around it. So you would need to, of course, have some kind of artwork that would represent the shape. And of course, if I stipple right now, it'll just fill in the square. If you want it to stipple around the apple, then what you really need is essentially another copy of the apple. I can copy and paste, make it artwork so that you have, two artwork shapes. One's a square, one's an apple, and select both. So I can just hold control and select on both and combine them with the combine tool. So essentially what I made was a shape that if I fill it in with artwork, you see what I mean? It's got a hole in the shape of the apple, which means when we click on auto stipple, it'll stipple around the apple kind of thing. So yeah, let me put them back together here and then go ahead and click on the stipple. Now, stipple will always start with the default size of, I think, 4. But that said, a lot of times people like it bigger for quilting, and so maybe you want to go 6 or 7. Really, it's a visual thing. You can decide how much of it you need. Try 8. It can be any number kind of thing. The last thing that I didn't say about stippling was you can have it close. So notice right now that this stipple actually starts sewing here and finishes sewing here. And so although it figured out how to fill in the area without kind of crossing itself, it also figured out how to return to the exact same spot where it started. And if you would like that to be connected there, I guess is what we're trying to say, then you click automatically close, and that will connect that gap. Still starts and stop there, but there's no little space. So I guess it's an option if you do it or you don't want that. But this is a video all about using the Floriani stipple fill tool. And so we hope you enjoyed this week's R&K Software Club's video for the week. Until next week, thanks for watching, and bye for now.